Alright, hey guys, I'm back here with another Mercy Vod review. Looks like we have a
Oh, this is fine.
plat Mercy game here. Looks like the Mercy is duoed with the Pharah. This is actually really nice right now. Mercy Pharah is actually insane. You can carry the fuck out of games. Seems like this Ana nerf really just took killing potential of killing Pharah and Mercy out of the air, like way down. So you can't three-shot them anymore. And a lot of people have been running dive to kill the like Winston and shit to kill the Ana. Okay, let's talk about this here. So, taking over the point. As Mercy, you just want to be flying around with your Pharah for a lot of the round. Because your Pharah can do a lot of damage, and it gives you like a vantage point, almost like what a Genji does whenever he's going for a Dragon Blade. He likes to dash up in the air, see what target he wants to go for, and then dash down at them. If you're playing Mercy, you dash right up into the air with Pharah. You can kind of sit up here in this like high ground and then wait to see who you need to heal and who you need to float to. And so it gives you a lot of options because you can, once you're up directly above the point, you can pretty much fly to whoever you want to. So yeah, stick with your Pharah. Look for who needs to be healed. I might have went to go help my hog over here sooner, so I'm gonna scroll back a little bit here. This is actually something as Mercy you have to pay attention to, is where your team is at all times so you can know where your next escape is and where you have to heal someone, because you have to be on top of them basically to heal them. And if there's walls, you have to predict where they're walking so you walk to them next. So, right here, you see your whole team is over here. They're all missing a little bit of HP because they're all yellow, but Lucio's there so he can probably heal them. You peek over here and you see Hog by himself. And also, while they're in this room, Mercy is most vulnerable because she can't fly anywhere because she's standing on top of all of her teammates. So, you see, they're all yellow. This guy's already green, so they're probably already going to be healthy, and Lucio can heal them up. You got kills, you got picks, you're good. When you look over here, in 1 second, if you were with this Hog, he's having to vape, so he was taking damage before, and there's a lot of people on him. So if you were healing him before, your ult charge would have been up way higher because you were just like topping these guys barely off because this guy was already full health. You didn't even get to the Winston. So you would have gotten more ult charge for this, and this Hog over here that's taking a lot of damage, you would have gotten ult charge for him as well. And your team seemed to be safe over here. You had a whole like 4-man unit over here. You didn't need to be a 5th man over there. It's something minor, but it's something to pay attention to. Because right here, you took the Hog off screen. Hog's super low, yeah. You needed to float to the Hog, because Winston's basically full HP, and so is the Zarya. Or the Pharah.
Genji behind.
So something as Mercy, you need to take time to heal people, so you need to be thinking about, okay, I'm healing this person right now, they're probably going to be full in 3 seconds. But I need to start to be walking towards the next person I need to be healing, because it takes time to heal them. It's not like Ana where you can see like, oh, someone's low, I'm going to walk at them, throw a nade, shoot them twice, and then walk away and be fine. Mercy, you have to be thinking about like in the future, alright, the Roadhog is low this fight, but he's almost topped off. I'm going to start walking away while my beam wears off on him and look towards the next person I'm going to jump to. It's just something you get experience with playing. So, I don't know which setting for Mercy you have on, but actually, I might be able to tell here. Okay, you do have the one. There's 2 different Mercy settings for beam prefers Guardian Angel prefers beam target. That was a while to say. But, so you have this beam, I think you have it on, I'm like 90% sure you have it on. So you saw this Genji over here? Wait, right here, you just press shift. You won't fly to these people, you'll fly to your beam target, so it'll push you just up this way. Since you waited, your beam got dropped, and now you can't fly up, and the reason the beam even lost its targeting was because the Pharah went over the wall here, so it lost vision of her for long enough for it to detach. So in this situation, you should have pressed shift so you could fly up, and then the Genji wouldn't have been less threatening. You do have a lot of teammates here to protect you, but right here, in this situation, you just need to walk back. This is good. You saw your Pharah already went over the wall, so you can't really go to her. But you just back up and look to jump to your teammates over here, because the Pharah probably isn't going to come in view again. It's very unlikely. She barely did for like a split second right there, but you needed to back up anyway, so this is good. You could have jumped to the Winston as well as you saw him jumping. So this was pretty risky. Even though you flew to your teammate over here, this is good that you need to be like hiding right away because that's like where everyone's coming right now. I'd be pressing shift right now to see if I want to res my Pharah or talking to her. So one of the things you should do is like be pressing tab more often because you want to see what ult people have, and if they are in a party with you, just ask them how long to your ult. I think it's better for someone to just press the button than to be like, oh, I have 96% on my ult charge, because that information needs to be said to you. You need to understand it and hear it, rather than someone just say like, what's your ult? And they can just press the ult button, and then you can just read it, and so you can be paying attention to the game more. You don't have to be muddying up comms with that. Right here, there's a decision you have to make. If your Pharah has ult, you probably should res her, because she can probably carry the next fight. Or you just go over to this Reaper and res him probably after, because it looks like he's going to die. But it looks like you didn't commit to resing the Pharah. You thought this guy was going to die, and then you end up pressing Q right as he dies. I think you could have waited a split second longer, but yeah, there should be a little bit more communication with your Pharah on whether or not she has ult, because that would have decided whether you pressed Q faster or not. And you need to be thinking about that decision. Get the information before the play happens, before the res happens, so you know you can be thinking about it while the person is dead. See, and in this situation, they hadn't used ults for a while, and so they were at a high percentage. So resing that Pharah right there was the only reason. You were like, okay, Pharah has ult, I'm going to res her just so she can use her ult. The other option was to maybe res the Reaper, but if he didn't have ult either, then it would have been no and just let them die. Because the Pharah got rezzed, and she's critical HP, and you can't do anything after that, so you have to think about like what ults they have and they're going to use, and then that was a good kill. What you need to be saving your res for. So like you usually just res a solo person if they have ult, or if they're really close to ult, so that they can use it the next fight. Otherwise, you're using your res at an inopportune time, because now the enemy thinks, okay, they don't have res, we can now push forward, use our ults, and not get punished for them. If you save it until they have to use ults, then they literally end up punishing themselves, and then you can outplay them by resing the ults after. I'd be looking to stick with my Pharah right here during this fight, just like telling her, go up in the air, and then so I can sit up with you. Because you're in this middle ground where you're getting tagged by the Zarya, and there's people coming out here and shooting at you, so you want to be playing safe as the main healer. And right here where there's downtime, Pharah's just shooting rockets at their spawn. You can just damage boost her, and sometimes you can get lucky and she can just like two-shot someone. Or maybe one-shot someone, depending on how much HP they have. Someone else tags them. So right here, I actually want to talk about this. So right here, you see the Genji. This is alright, putting shots on him. You're not a DPS as Mercy, so you don't need to commit to this. You see Lucio, Reaper, Pharah, all sees the Genji. The Genji's low. You don't need to commit to it as well. You're the main healer. If these three people can't kill it, then you have a lot more problems than that. Right here, the monkey's over here to the left. You don't need to be committing to this kill. You need to be getting to the monkey because you saw he was critically HP. And he dies. Sure, he probably gets hooked, but whenever your teammates are low, you need to be working to walk towards them. And as Mercy, sometimes you can even tell, like, okay, my teammate is in a bad spot right now. I need to start to walk towards them because I know they're going to be getting damaged, even if they are full at that current moment. I'd be walking out of this.
Nice job, holy shit.
This is alright hiding. We weren't in that good of a spot to begin with, but that's alright. Whenever you see they are popping ults, then you can sometimes have to hide, especially Tac Visor. That's one thing that you just always need to hide from. Because if you're in the air during Tac Visor, you're almost guaranteed dead every time. So staying on the ground and in a corner spot is good. This is good. Now right here, yeah, this is good. As soon as you beam this person, you only need to like stay like moderately keep some attention on them, being like, okay, they aren't jumping away, so I'm gonna continue to heal them. And then just be like turning around and looking and being like, okay, where's my Pharah? Where's the rest of my teammates? Because he's gonna be getting healed to full. Like this, yeah, you just attach your beam to someone and then you look like, okay, who's my next target I'm jumping to? I don't need to be healing this person anymore, I need to be looking for the next person I need to be going to. So something like that, like even a decision like that. See, like someone would say like that's not a misplay for Mercy, but you see this guy, he's in a very high pressured situation right now. He's going to be getting a lot of pressure on him. Even though you only see him through the wall, he's yellow. You need to be careful of where his position is and where all the enemies are coming. So they're all funneling in the front door right now. And so you going to heal this Pharah doesn't actually do much. You should have wrapped around to the right and be healing him. Even if someone's going to be guaranteed dead, you can at least be healing them before they die and you get ult charge for it.
They're running a Mercy too now. They're running the same conflict. Speed up. I'm gonna burn this ult and switch.
When you're in situations like this, something you can do with your setting that you have, Guardian Angel prefers target, you can press shift even when they're behind a wall and it'll forcefully push you up the wall sometimes. So like this Winston right here, whenever you get beam on him, you can just press shift right here and it'll push you upwards. Sometimes it'll bug you and it'll push you into the wall, but more times than not it'll push you up. And instead of having to like W and mouse up these, it'll just like forcefully push you up them. And it saves you frames and like it'll mean that your character can do more.
Back up. Yep, we're staggering. Yeah, we have 4. They almost have reroll. Hold on. Quickly on the right.
Getting right here. You should be damage boosting Pharah whenever you're sitting here waiting for a next team fight to go.
Alright, let's go. Ready?
Topping people off is okay, but like in this downtime where this guy isn't shooting anyone, you're just damage boosting him and he's just walking. So if you're damage boosting the Pharah, she can just be like at least trying to hit splash on rockets at all times.
Oh, I got hooked. 1 for 1.
Okay, you peeked around this corner at a good time, but in these situations, a lot of times, Mercy is like super important to keep alive. So if you were like pushed a little bit more forward whenever he tact visored, I would have just pressed Q to ult and survive. So you're basically trading 1 for 1. You're rezzing a teammate, and then that guy's going to be invulnerable. You're going to be invulnerable, and the soldier's going to have to retarget someone. And he's like thinking like, okay, I'm already committed to the Mercy. Maybe I chase her down because I got her low. I got shots on her. So sometimes you end up baiting people into like chasing you for a kill, even though you're invulnerable. And if he chased all the way around, he'd probably his tac visor would have ran out. So,
Nice job. I'll be back faster than that Mercy.
but you saved Rez. That was also okay. Seemed like your team was winning the fight. So either way, Rez was an alright option. Use that more when people are like diving you, like if a tracer sticks you or there's a Genji ulting you. Sometimes you just Rez to get that. So like the tracer bomb will wear away, or like Genji will use 2 slashes on you and they won't have hit you. You'll be invulnerable.
You wanna go in? I can speed in. Let me know.
And it usually gives you like crucial time to have your Guardian Angel up again, so you can like reposition. You can be safer for the ensuing damage you're going to take.
Watch out for Mercy ult. Mercy as well.
That was good. Even though you already have res, it's really nice whenever someone like falls off the map to be healing them while they're falling off the map, because it's free ult charge for you.
Mercy, use your ult whenever this thing is.
Sure, they're going to die, but there's no one else to heal at the time. Then that monkey got ult insanely fast. Holy shit!
Speed Mercy you. Watch out, McCree behind you. I got the Mercy. Mercy down. I got her. McCree's right behind you, dude.
Ryan behind. There's Ryan behind.
This is good. Be flying up into the air. Bear got hooked. There's not a lot you can do there. You're telling your team to walk forward to die. You have res. getting on the point. Good.
Oh, what the? That was a bullshit.
I think that was the right decision. Looks like the fight is pretty even currently, and they already used 2 ults there. I think maybe 2.
You're behind?
So you can make the decision, okay, either we test this fight to see how if we maybe win like 50-50 it because it looks like the numbers were even, or you can res someone and have the numbers advantage, but not have res for the ensuing bit. But in a lot of these scrappy fights, it's good to use res on like 1 or 2 people because you're going to be building res during this like scrappy fight.
Hold up, almost back.
I just wanted him to be gone.
Mercy's on point. Mercy's on the main ramp. Mercy's on the main ramp. Three's on point.
I'm not a fan of shooting my pistol, and I think right there that was actually like a really big mistake with shooting your pistol. I only really shoot my pistol if I'm by myself, or if I'm about to go for a res, or if I'm with like a Lucio and we need to kill someone. But right here, you were shooting your pistol, you had to take out your staff, so you were paying attention to DPSing and you weren't paying attention to keeping the Pharah alive. The monkey tried to, but you needed to have flown to that Pharah much sooner. You can also tell him like, okay, I'm not in position to heal you. If you are going to ult, you might die.
I just wanted him to be gone.
Again, pulling out your pistol. There's 3 people right here. You're in like a really bad position. You want to be sitting back and healing, especially because you saw your Pharah just dive. You don't have like someone to like jump up to during this next fight, and so I think this McCree saw that you had pistol out and you were shooting, and he thinks, okay, this is my opportunity to go in and go for the kill on the hog because this Mercy's not going to be healing him.
Winston, come back, can you? Oh shit.
Azure, go off. Get off. Get off.
He healed.
Nice.
Sometimes when you are playing Mercy, or any support in general, you think, alright, the way I carry this game isn't by doing damage. You're playing a supportive class. Sometimes you do have to carry the game by healing and put your faith in teammates, and sometimes you do get punished for it, but a lot of times that's just how you have to get to be better at the game. You just have to like trust your teammates and get really good at healing. Get better at healing than your enemies are at it. That's the way you'll win. Being a better support.
I need heals. I'm dead, man. Mercy's solo healing right now.
This is good.
Stay on point, get on point, and die if you have to. I have res.
You're telling that monkey this is okay? Going for the res right now?
Okay, I died on point.
We have advantage.
Nice.
Mercy.
Run.
In these situations, I like to just damage boost monkey whenever he's walking at them, just going with his Tesla gun.
Wow. Good job, guys. Alright, ready? Speed.
So this is actually pretty nice, having a monkey over here, so if you need to get out of trouble, you can jump to him.
Oh, up top.
Like this. Damage boosting him, that's good. So something you can be doing with your Guardian Angel as well is, in this situation, back a little bit, talk about it. So you see the monkey here, you see your teammates, and you're thinking, okay, these guys probably aren't going to be taking much damage. Lucio's with them. I probably don't need to worry about them too much. Your priority should be Pharah and Winston. You drop your beam on Pharah, which is alright. You go to the Winston right here. Something you and Winston are both really good at is dropping down and then jumping back up to a spot like over and over again, because your jumps are on like a somewhat low cooldown, and you can be resetting your cooldown while you're like jumping down. So right here, you could have dropped down more and then just hopped back up because you were taking damage. You won't be taking damage while you're up there, but this is something to understand, that you can like play with walls as Mercy really well, especially with this ability, because it'll push you up the wall. You don't have to be in vision if you have beam on someone. Like if you had beam on him, you would have been able to like fly up the wall.
Hey, they're on point.
Oh, I have to jump right now.
I would have tried to fly to the Pharah right there. You kind of missed your opportunity, and it gets you killed.
Let's regroup.
Just paying attention. Sometimes you do. I play like on a really high sensitivity for Mercy. I play on like I think it's 1800 DPI and 15 cents in game, and so my Mercy is like super sporadic, but I use that all the time to do like quick 360s and look where all my teammates are.
You got speed? No, you don't have to boost. Just saying.
Roadhog on the right there.
Middle map, jump.
I tell this to a lot of people I've coached as well. You need to be pressing tab a lot more often as Mercy. Especially in like down times where like teammates are dead or things, you just need to be like thinking like, alright, who am I going to res? I'm gonna have res up soon. If I can't hit these two people and I can only get these other two people, which group should I res? Should I res the two people who do have ult or the two people who don't have ult? And sometimes if you're not pressing tab, you won't recognize that the two people you just res are the people who don't have ult, and so they won't be able to impact the fight as positively as you would hope.
Roadhog right, Roadhog right.
Aye.
Nice.
No, I'm gonna use them once they come back. I'm gonna try hiding somewhere.
We're missing one, guys. Heads up.
McCree up top.
Oh my god,
Fall
Bar, I
back,
freaking
fall back.
love you. They lost one too now.
Okay.
Oh, they're coming
They're
down.
pushing right.
The top balcony.
Right.
Oh, for Farah.
Farah, come back.
Mercy.
Nope, corner.
Oh my god.
Right side, soldier. They're pushing right.
As Mercy, unless you're hiding, you usually always try to keep your beam on someone. Whenever you're looking to use Guardian Angel, you can just use it for a split second. You can drop your beam for a split second to use it.
Soldier going around. Soldier going around.
Mid.
Like if you're wanting to change targets, just like that. You can just use that at all times.
Reaper, come up. No, Reaper's like, Reinhardt.
Oh my god.
This is alright. I'd be walking up to see if I can get the res. It looks like it's a bit far.
Let's die together.
You can try.
Too early.
You could have maybe waited a little bit there, but it's not too horrible to go for that.
I'm here with you. I'm trying to heal.
You want to be trying to play around the back of the site. Something Mercy really excels at is playing around corners. Because as soon as you're around a corner, you can be backing up, and then by the time the person turns the corner, you can be already jumping away from them. So if you play around the back of the objective, you can be like jumping to your teammates. Like using the wall, and it'll push you up the wall whenever you use Guardian Angel.
Do we need to regroup?
Okay. Back up. Still missing one, guys. Don't engage it.
That would trace.
I'd just be looking to stick to the fair right now. You can float in the air with her.
Reaper behind you.
Nice.
If you do start taking like a lot of damage, you can drop down here and stay safe.
Are you ready?
Come up, Farah.
The down Mercy,
Speed in. Nice. There.
You can also, yeah, drop down here into this area and press shift to get up if you need to. If you play back here, and you hold your beam on someone, even if they break vision of you, you can press shift and it'll push you up the wall.
You got me. Got just me.
A lot of people can't make that jump, so if you just play around with people, just take them around the corner, jump off this back point, you can get them to commit onto you and then just drop back down. That was a good res. I use their res all the time. Whenever a Tracer's on me or Genji's on me, I just res the teammate that's closest to me. I stop taking damage.
We have everybody.
And we can start to focus them.
I made that ult.
The point.
Behind you, Farah.
Was really good. Playing cover like that.
That's really weak. Outside. That's really weak outside. Nice. The rest. Point.
Good damage boosting the Reaper that's on someone. You're looking to get into sight. Yeah, you have that beam prefers Guardian Angel, so I'd just practice that more. Having a teammate, you can just practice it in a custom game, even just like a friend standing on that ledge. You can have a friend just standing right there. You have your beam on them, you drop down below this, and then you just immediately shift up. You can also jump. Sometimes it'll catch on lips and stuff, but you can practice just like jumping, and then it'll push you up the wall towards them. And so doing that, pressing tab more, looking around you, but you played cover pretty well. Like standing behind walls and letting your teammates go in front of you and then jumping to them